right now. I'm Judge Person, and I'm pausing because I'm waiting for the sound to connect. Most people aren't quite connected yet, so I'll be repeating myself here in just a quick moment. I do welcome everybody to the Temple Municipal Court. And again, I'm Judge Person, and I'm going to make some announcements in a moment, but I want to just give you some basic information. It does look like most people are connected. And I'm also trying to identify, make sure people are here who I think need to be here. I'm going to actually ask one person to unmute. Ma'am, you've just received that unmute request and you're labeled Galaxy Note 9. Could you tell me your name, please?
Erica Corona.
Okay, great. Thank you, Ms. Corona.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's about it. I was able to identify almost everything. Okay, and so my name is Judge Person. I do welcome everybody to court this morning. I do want to give you some basic information. The first thing I want to tell you is that when you're given a ticket or issued a citation, those are all methods that we have under the law for accusing someone. That is what a ticket or a citation is. It's an accusation. And when you give a plea, you're giving your answer or response to that accusation. There are three options for entering a plea. They are guilty, not guilty, and no contest. We're presumed not guilty. If you give a plea of guilty, you are admitting the offense and saying, I did this. If you give a plea of not guilty, you're contesting the charge and you're asking ultimately for a trial. We have mostly that docket meeting today. You'll be scheduled for a two-part pretrial. One is a pretrial here on Zoom. Then if the case is unresolved today, we've already scheduled your live pretrial to come into the court for settings. And then after that, we would schedule trial. These are mandated, okay? They're required. We'll try to keep it to a minimum in terms of your time, but I do require these attendance at these hearings. The other thing that I want to tell you is if you plead no contest, you're allowing me to move forward and sentence you without saying you did or didn't do it. It's a simple, I'm not agreeing, I'm not disagreeing, but go ahead and sentence me, Judge. That's how a no contest plea gets treated. You can be sentenced, convicted, have it report on your record, just like if you pled guilty, but without admitting or denying the offense, okay? So if you have questions about that, when it's your turn, let me know, okay? The next thing I want to tell you is that even if you plead guilty or no contest, there are still 4 ways to gain a dismissal. They are compliance dismissals, driver safety course options, deferred dispositions, and teen court. Compliance dismissals are things that can be brought up to date and dismissed. I will tell you if you have something like that. Driver safety course options are things that can be dismissed through a driver safety course. You have to qualify to be in that program. Then you have to successfully complete the program. And again, I'll tell you if you're qualified, you're welcome to ask with this one, and you're really welcome to ask any questions. If I can't answer, the court can't give legal advice, but if I can't answer because you didn't know you were asking for legal advice, I'll let you know. So don't be nervous about asking a question. If I can answer it, I will. And then the driver safety course option, with that one, you keep a moving violation off your record. Some people have insurance that will go up with a moving violation conviction. And so it's a way to address that issue. It also will save you money. So let me talk a little bit about tickets and how they work in Texas. In Texas, tickets have a court cost and a fine. When you have a number from the court, when we tell you like that's $281, that's both numbers together, okay? The court costs are set by state law. The legislature does that. The fine is set by the judge. That would be me, okay? So in the driver safety course option, you pay the court cost. The fine will go on hold. And if you get your driving course and your driving record turned in on time, you get the case dismissed and the fine that was on hold is waived. It is cheaper than paying that whole ticket. You're paying the cost. You are paying for a class. You're paying for your record. And still, all of that together is less expensive than the whole ticket. We do that for a reason. Legally, there's a reason that incentivizes that option, because under law, what we know from studying it, and we've studied it extensively, is that after we take a course like that, we drive a little bit better for about a year. That's true whether you agree with your ticket or not, whether you plead guilty or no contest. We still get a better driver that is a driver less likely to have an accident, be involved in an accident, or create an accident. And so we incentivize the driver safety course option. It's a safety issue, okay? And so there's a reason why we would waive the fine in that case, because we get a better driver. That's better for everyone. So it is less expensive. You do have to qualify to be in it, and you have to follow it completely and get it done. I will tell you that the court costs aren't necessarily cheap. And so if you need a little time to come up with that, sometimes we can work with you on that, because it all has to get paid at once. And they range from $135 to $169. It's not cheap. Okay. So we can work with you if time will help you get to that point and it's something you want to do. That's that option. The third option is called a deferred disposition. A deferred means delay. Disposition means to make it final. We delay making your case final on a plea of guilty or no contest. We put the case on hold. We put an order in place. It's a piece of paper, and it lists the things that you need to do to gain a dismissal. So you know exactly what you need to do. It's listed right there. There are check boxes. You sign it, okay? And I sign it. And what it tells you is if you do the things that are listed, the judge agrees to dismiss your case. Minimally, you've got anywhere from 3 to 6 months, no tickets, okay? No warrants. Don't move without telling us directly. We don't hear about it if you move and tell DPS. You have to tell us. And then sometimes there's a class. Sometimes there's a record. We have to sort out the payment issue too as part of that. But we can do that pretty quickly. Here's the trick with a deferred disposition. You must request it at the time that your plea is accepted by the judge, and the judge has to agree. Now, you can ask me directly for a deferred. If you're talking to Ms. Rice today, I'll talk more about who she is in a moment. If you're on the pretrial docket, you've pled not guilty, but now you think you might want a deferred, you can ask Ms. Rice for that deferred as well. That's different from state law. State law really doesn't allow you to ask the judge. So we have, more options at this level. So that's nice. So I will tell you, you have to make that request at the time of your plea, guilty or no contest, but I'd like a deferred. It's that simple, okay? Guilty or no contest is the plea that I would need. And then I'd like a deferred, a request, okay? All right, ask me questions if you didn't follow that. Just say the deferred thing, tell me more. You can ask me. And then the fourth thing is if you qualify because you're in high school or middle school to do teen court. If you're in high school or middle school, I'll be trying to push teen court because 1, it'll save you money and keep it off your record. And 2, 3, I'm less likely to see you again if you successfully completed teen court programs. So I will walk you through it if you're young enough and qualify, okay? And again, I'll just kind of take the reins, but don't feel like you can't ask questions or tell me what concerns you have, okay? Now, Ms. Rice, Amanda Rice is on screen. Ms. Rice, if you could give a quick wave. She is the state's prosecutor. She represents the state of Texas, the party that filed the ticket, okay? She will be meeting with people who have pleaded not guilty, who are here on the pretrial docket. And Ms. Rice, we're actually ready to start that process. Your first person is Craig Hare. He logged in first. And Mr. Hare, what's going to happen now is in just a quick moment, you'll receive an invitation to join a room 1 meeting, and you'll go in there. It's technically a room privately to talk to Ms. Rice, and then y'all will come back in this room at the conclusion of that conversation. So click back over when you're done. Most of us are kind of on hold waiting, but I'm going to start with Darius Palomares or Dalomares. Give me just a quick moment. How are you, Mr. Palomares?
Doing pretty good.
Good. Give me just a quick moment. I want to review one quick thing. So I don't know why. Yeah, his first name. But his student ID. Okay. What is your date of birth?
July 29th, 2003.
Okay. So you're charged with the offense of speeding. And if you paid the whole ticket, it's $284. I did get your information indicating you're at Belton. Senior year, congratulations. And I can grant teen court, which is an alternative way to gain a dismissal. With teen court, there will be a fee. There will be a class in this case, and you just have to successfully complete it and get it turned into us on time to gain a dismissal. The fee is $20. Can you pay that fee in cash today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then the class I'm going to assign for you is a driving class, a driving safety class. It's going to be due February 1st. That's quickly, that's 30 days. The reason I do that, frankly, is because you're in the top leading group for death and dismissal. 25 and under people driving are our top group in Texas. And unfortunately, Texas is the #1 place to die if you're a young driver. So I really don't want to wait 90 days under the regular driver safety course option. I want to get that from you quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll give you 30 days. You can do it around town. You can take it online. I don't have an opinion about where you take it. It just needs to be approved for ticket dismissal. We'll have some information in your packet. But what you're going to do next is I'm going to ask you, when can you come to the court today to sign your paperwork and pay that $20?
Immediately.
Okay, so just don't hurry, but we'll get your paperwork to the front. And that way it'll just take about 10 minutes. Okay. Once you get here, come in, check in with the clerk. They'll locate your paperwork, read it through, make sure you understand it, you're signing it. We'll have some driving safety course information in there, and then just get your course done. You don't have to wait 30 days. You can turn it in tomorrow or next week, but no later than 30 days from today, which is February 1st. Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm mom back here. Hi.
Perfect.
So pretty much if he takes the course, that will dismiss it off his record?
As long as he turns it in on time.
Okay.
Okay, so come over to do your paperwork, and everything that I've just gone over will be in writing. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And then Erica Corona, if you could unmute and let me get your case pulled up. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So I did look through everything that was submitted. Okay. And so what I have is, we had community service due. It was due October 5th. It was 14 hours. I do see, and you put it under your spouse. So I don't know if this is you or him, cannot work due to seizures. Is that
My
your
husband and my 4-year-old both have seizures.
Okay. All right. So what I'm trying to do is just satisfy your fine and cost on this and get your community service done. We just have 14 hours that needs to get completed.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened? Did you get any of them done?
No, I didn't. My mother and my father both passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And my husband and my baby both had a bunch of seizures, so.
So here's where I tell you, I can give you more time. But if you come to your deadline and you can't get it done, you need to come in and drop me in there. Okay. You need to stay up with it so that I don't have to sign a warrant.
I understand.
Actually, the last thing I would want to do is sign a warrant for you while you're grieving.
Yes, ma'am, I
But
understand.
I don't know, So I can make allowances for things that happen. So treat your deadline as a day of communication. Either turn it in or drop me a note. Bring me what you've got. If you don't have anything, come on in. It's
I
human.
didn't have anything, so I was able to turn something in. It's just been a crazy few months. And I was trying to get everything situated with the funerals and then being out of town and trying to get by to San Antonio and then back without having a license. And my husband and my baby both have seizures, and my twins were born micro premature. So it's kind of hard to leave them with my husband unattended. Well, attended, but really not able to be coherent when he has a seizure or when he doesn't. So I'd be at fault if something were to happen with my children in the home, and we don't have any family any longer. So it's kind of hard just to leave my kids with him or leave them with somebody I don't really know. And I don't have a job right now because I have to take care of them.
Okay, another option too is maybe we could discuss the option of whether your doctor that, treats your husband and your child, whether that doctor would give you a note saying that you can't do the community service because you're caretaking persons who are unable to care for themselves.
Okay.
So if you can, that could be something you turned in along with some hours, or if you can't do the hours, a doctor note for me to review and see if I can waive some or all of it. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
discuss that with your physician. I'm going to give you a new due date of March 1st.
Okay.
We emailed you everything for today, so I can email you that extension with a new timesheet, and just treat that March 1st as your new due date for some hours, all the hours, or hours in doctor note, or a letter from you explaining why I'm not getting those things yet. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I
All
can
right.
definitely do that.
Okay, we're going to email all that to you, and just look for that in your email and if you need us to print it for you, you can swing by the court. We can print it for you, or you can print it at home to use it,
Yes,
to have that discussion with your doctor. Okay. Okay, Ms.
Yes, ma'am.
Corona. All right. Just let us know. Stay in touch until we can zero out your balance. Okay.
I definitely will.
There's a way, even with your circumstances. Trust me that you are not the first person that has had to face a lot of things, and you just do it a little piece at a time. Okay. And just keep us in there so that we don't do things that we don't want to do in your circumstances. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for understanding.
Yes, of course. We're all people. Okay. All right. Happy New Year, and just stay in touch. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Bryce, I know that you were talking with Mr. Hare. Let me pull that file. Are we working toward an agreement of some sort, or are we moving toward a trial?
We're moving towards the trial, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. I'll work with him. Mr. Hare, stay handy for just a quick moment. Ms. Bryce,
Judge, I'm
yes.
so sorry to interrupt you. I noticed Denny Hernandez was on this call. I actually late last night filed a motion to dismiss without prejudice for Mr. Hernandez.
But I still need to talk to him.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure you got it because I did send it really late at night. So
I'm not sure that we did, but I too need to have a discussion
okay.
with Denny Hernandez. Thank you though for letting me know, because I don't think we found it yet. Just moving you forward, Brian Richter is your next person, and Mr. Richter sending you that invitation now. Just remember to come back in the room at the conclusion. And Mr. Hare, if you could unmute for a quick moment. So, Mr. Hare, we'll see you here on January 26th at 1 o'clock, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Am I good to go or still?
You are. And Mr. Hernandez, could you, you are unmuted. Can you get on screen, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Hello, how you doing now?
I'm fine, thank you. Just 1 second. Did we get that dismissed? Okay. So I have 3 cases that have capious warrants for them. And what I'm showing is that I can approve a payment plan for that. The new case that you were here for today, the prosecutor has indicated that she's dismissing that one, the one about illegal or unsafe sleeping rooms. She's dismissing that one. So I'm running that down right now because she sent it last night and we
Yes,
don't have it with the court yet. I want you to stay handy till I can find it and make sure that we can get that to you. But Mr. Hernandez, I have warrants for your arrest and I would like to get those resolved. They were really pursuant to, I believe, a payment plan that you did not honor. And so we need to get that set back up. Are you still doing cabinet work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I need to stress to you the importance of this because, you know, the jail is starting to take people again. And I don't really want to send you to jail for non-payment.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, what's the issue with getting you to honor the commitment that you've made?
Well, I could start back up and saying unto mine. It's really not no issue. You know, saying I just forgot to pay. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, that's a commitment that you made in a court. So I can give you another shot at it if you want to do that. You had requested to pay $100 a month. I can do that. It looks like you could do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that absorbable? Can you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll need you to come by. We'll get that dismissal on the new one and we'll have it up at the front desk for you here shortly. And you can come sign for a new payment plan. And I can recall your warrants today.
Thank you, ma'am.
So when can we look for you to come by to make that signature?
Well, right now I'm at work. You know what I mean? And so I just told my boss I'm gonna come up here and talk to you because I had to go to court.
Are you here?
No, ma'am. I'm in Gerald at my job.
Okay, in Gerald?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when can you get here today?
As soon as you get off. As soon as I get off, ma'am.
What time is that?
Well, today he was talking about a boss letting us out early, but sometimes he always changes his mind. Sometimes we stay to 4 o'clock.
Right, well, we don't close till 5. So we
Okay.
can look for you about 4:30.
Okay, that's fine.
Now, can you make a payment today, $100 payment today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what I can do is do that monthly. And sorry, I'm making notes in your file that I'll recall your warrants once I get your signature.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any questions?
Ma'am, how much is my total?
Your total right now, it's under $1,000 once we get this new one off. It looks like, and the clerk will give you the ultimate final balance, but it looks like it drops to $932.70. See, every time you let yourself go to warrant, you add $50 per case under state law. That's a requirement. So if it was less before, when you let it go, it went up again.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't do that. If you're having trouble paying, you can come talk to us. We can see about how we might work that out if that becomes a problem. Unexpected things happen,
Yes, ma'am.
but just blowing it off means you're costing yourself money.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we're clear. You just don't do that because also I run into, after a couple of times that you do that, I'm no longer allowed to authorize payments, and it's all or jail, you know. So that's another thing, is that you start losing currency with me as the judge. Okay, so please honor your commitments. We'll have this at the front desk for you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate
Do you have
it.
any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Got a couple of people wanting to come in. It may not be done, and then we're still running down. We'll ask her. Right. Hi, Miss Little. We're about to take you. Just give me one moment. It's almost your turn. Phone caller that was just admitted, 254 phone number ending in 785. I'm asking you to unmute. Could you speak up, please? Unmute and tell me who you are. Hello, phone call. Okay, they went away. Miss
Can you hear
Little,
me?
Miss Little, yes, I can hear you. Good morning.
No, I can't hear you.
Uh-oh. I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Well, let's
You hear me?
just a little bit.
Okay, because I'm talking pretty loudly and my speaker's all the way up. Sometimes there's connectivity issues. But
I'm gonna be having to kind of put it to my ear so I could hear you.
okay. Good
Okay.
morning.
Good morning.
I'm showing 4 cases, and you came by and you dropped me a note and you pled no contest on all 4. Do you remember?
I know one was for the vehicle not being registered or something like that.
Let me walk you through those real quickly, okay?
Yes, please.
There's a crossing a physical barrier median, and you've pled no contest. That one is $373.10 right now. The next one is no driver's license, and you pled no contest. That one is $200.20. There's one for no insurance, and that one is $417.30, and you pled no contest. And then there's a single charge of what's called violating the promise to appear not coming to court. And that one is $395.20, and you've pled no contest. The insurance charge is one that if you had insurance at the time, exact date of the stop, March 9th of 2016, I could do a dismissal even now. The other 3, like the license charge, is something that state law doesn't provide for a dismissal option. And the crossing a physical barrier on the median is just it's a moving violation. And then not coming to court has to do with, at the bottom of your ticket, there's a court date. And if you don't show up on time, you're subject to multiple charges. We only do typically 1 with a noticing period to the address that we have on file. So I've reviewed everything. Are you pleading no contest to these 4 charges?
Yes, more like guilty because I did commit those crimes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no contest is fine. That's the written plea that you gave. I don't have an opinion about your plea. I just want to make sure I understand it. But I appreciate you being candid. Okay. I reviewed your financial situation, and you're not at a place where I could order community service, but I could, and let me back up for a minute. This was filled out December 9th. And you had at that time requested $100 a month payment plan.
Yes, ma'am.
I could do that if you feel like you could be comfortable getting that done. I think what I'm going to do though is drop some of the fines just a little bit. And I'm going to work on that in a moment. But what I wanted to ask you first is, can you make a payment today of $100?
Today, I cannot make a payment. I could start it out in January.
Okay, look at the calendar and tell me the best start date for you.
Okay, give me 1 second. It's not gonna hang up if I go to, let me look at my calendar in my room.
If you hang up, just dial back in when you get it run down, okay?
I am no good at these Zoom
That's
things.
okay,
It
you're
took me
doing great.
forever to get it set up.
You're doing just fine, don't worry, okay? Ms. Little,
Okay.
hold on, while I'm gonna
So-
turn and talk to someone in here, because I need to try to get going on the reductions. On
We
the
are
deep-
looking at,
Take the phone.
could we start it January the 24th? That will be my next pay that day. On the January 7th, I have to use that to pay my rent. But the
Okay.
21st would
The
work.
24th or the 21st?
Let me go back and look. I'm still all over the place.
Yes, ma'am. Are you paid every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am. I'm paid every 2 weeks, so it would be the 21st, January 21st.
Okay. Then why don't we say this? On the 21st, you're paying $100, and then you're gonna go $50 every 2 weeks.
Okay, that works.
Okay. Now, the other thing I need to do is get your signature today on this. Can you come by? You're in Killeen. Are you working in Killeen?
Today I'm not. I can actually come out and sign for you.
Okay, I can recall your warrants today when you sign. So let's see. If you'll come by, what time should we look for you?
Let me see. It is 9:40. I would say if you can give me about 11:30-ish.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, I've made a note of that in the file. And we'll have everything at the front desk for you. And just what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna do some reductions, Miss Little. So when you get here, right now, your balance is $13.85.80. I think we'll probably get you below 1,000. Check your balance when you get here and then sign up. We'll give you a printout of your payment dates so that you can check them off as you go, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss Little. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. Happy New Year.
You as well.
Ms. Rice, I know you and Mr. Richter had a moment to have a discussion. Can y'all, Ms. Rice, can you go first and tell me where you are?
Yes, I think we reached a resolution. State's requesting to reinstate the driver safety course dismissal option. And I haven't spoken to Mr. Richard about when he can make payment, but that's something
Okay.
that he'd like to accept.
Okay, I will work with him on that and I'm gonna advance you forward. Mr. Richter, just stay handy for a second. One quick question, Ms. Rice, on
Yes.
Denny Hernandez, that dismissal. Did you send it to the court online help?
No, I sent it to Melissa last night, but I can resend it to her.
We got it. We just got it. She was on break. So we've been running around trying to figure out where it went. I didn't ask you that before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that she was out.
I didn't know. She's not out. She was just on a quick break. And
Oh, okay.
so we're good. And I just forgot to ask you. And so moving you forward, let's see. LaShonta Perkins is your next person.
Okay, great.
Ms. Perkins, you'll receive an invitation to join that breakout room. And just remember at the conclusion of that discussion, you're coming back here, okay? You'll see it on your screen, I believe. You'll want to unmute when you get over there because I can't hear you, but I think I have a pretty good idea. Mr. Richter, if you could unmute, give me just a quick moment on Mr. Richter, the court costs, are they 144? I'm just running down your court costs. Hang on just a quick moment.
Okay.
Okay, it's the court costs are 144. And normally we do that today. Can you do that today with license, insurance, and the 144?
I think I can probably download somehow my insurance record. As long as I can pay that online, I can do that today. It can't
You're in the Austin area, is that right?
Right now I'm in New Mexico actually, but that's so
Okay.
I definitely could get there today. But I do live in Travis County.
Okay, we can email everything to you and you'll have to print it, email it, sign it, email it back, and then go online to make the payment.
Okay.
All right. That'll be this morning, but we need to get that done, okay?
Okay. She told me I would have 30 days to do that.
Okay, then I
that's
need a
fair with my
payment
children.
application. Wait, then I need a payment application. If you want 30 days, I can give you.
That's just
a
what she
30
told me.
Yes,
I can
that's
do
fine.
it today
Listen,
as
okay,
long
you
as
need
it
to
happens
listen.
quick.
You need to listen for a moment. I'm trying to give you the information, but you're talking over me and it really doesn't work online at all, okay? So I will listen to you in a moment, but if you'll let me get out what I need to tell you, having done this for 20 years, I might just answer your question in advance. And if not, then you can ask it. So I can give you 30 days. It's not a problem. However, you didn't fill out a financial affidavit, and I won't be able to give you 30 days until you do that. So we're going to email you that, give you an extension. You'll have 30 days to collect that money for yourself, the 144 plus license and insurance. That's going to be February 1st. And we can do that through email, but you'll want to get on it early in that day because there's a lot of back and forth. The dates are specific. Okay. Do you understand?
I do. I was trying to say that if that can be done, late tonight after my kids go to sleep, I'm happy to do it today. But my kids are in the other room.
Really, the truth is that what my policy is, and I really don't deviate it.
Or if I get this right now, I can do it right now. But that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right. So here's the policy. If it's not done today before close of business, I need the financial affidavit. If you're saying it's today or it's 30 days, today I can do it without the financial affidavit. If you need an extension, I don't mind giving you an extension. I just need the paperwork filled out, which we've sent to you already and we haven't gotten it back. So do you want me to resend it to you and give you an extension? Or do you want me to send you everything?
If you send it to me,
signed up
you
today?
emailed it to me. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I've said it 3 times actually.
I haven't received this email from you, so I certainly can't respond to an email that I haven't received today. I would love to do it today.
Okay, which is it that you're trying to do? Here we go again. Listen carefully. You can have up to 30 days. You can name your date, but you have to fill out the paperwork that we would send to you. Or you can just not do that paperwork and sign up and start your driver safety course option. You tell me which it is.
I've said I'm happy to pay this today multiple times. I'm not
What
sure
you've
how I
said-
haven't been clear.
Okay, I'll just deny it and we'll schedule a trial. Sorry, but
I want to
I
pay this
can't work
today.
with
I'm
you
saying this again.
enough to get
I want to pay
paperwork
it today.
done. If you were in court right now, you'd be going to jail for contempt. You have interrupted me repeatedly and then told me I didn't tell you something I've told you. I'll get back to you. Ms. Rice, let's move forward.
Yes, Your Honor. So I spoke to Ms. Perkins, states, well, I'm going to file a dismissal for this particular case.
Okay.
And I will send that after court today.
Okay. We found Mr. Hernandez's dismissal.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay. So Ms. Perkins, I will email the dismissal to you from as soon as I get it. We'll email it to the email that you signed in or logged in from today that we're
Okay.
sent your notice. Okay.
Do I have to sign anything and send it back or just receive that?
Just receive it. You'll have a copy.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you and have a
Ms. Rice,
Yes.
moving forward, I think you need to talk to Mr. Richter and y'all figure out what exactly is happening today because I'm too busy trying to figure out if he means today and he said tonight and he thinks that's today, but today ends at 5 o'clock as far as the court's concerned. I don't have a financial affidavit form from him, something we mail to literally every single person, but he says he never got it. That's fine. We can get one to him, but I really don't know what it is he's trying to do. Mr. Richter, you can go on over and go back to that meeting and talk to Ms. Rice. I'll talk to y'all when you're done because it's not ready right now. He doesn't have a clear understanding of it. You'll have to move over to that meeting, Mr. Richter. If you need me to disconnect you so that you can reconnect, that's fine, but you already have the invitation to the meeting. He just logged out. He left the meeting. Or no, he went over maybe. Yeah. Yeah, we've already sent it. And it's fine if you didn't look at it and missed it. I don't really care, but he's giving multiple answers. Which apparently, I don't know, must work at some facet of his life. Or even. Mhm. No, I'm sorry. She started talking and I went back over to answer her question. The insurance case, I wanted to take that fine in half. Okay. Are these? Did he log in today? No. He's got warrants still. And I don't think these resolve all of his. I haven't looked, but. He didn't have any K pieces, so that's helpful. We did waivers on the really old, super old stuff. Was that the vaccination piece from? And the spay neuter also? And then he's on a payment plan for the rest of his. Yeah, and it's on time, so everything is clean. There's Lancaster. Ms. Rice, could you explain to me what's happening with this case?
I honestly don't understand I wasn't involved in y'all's conversation. I didn't hear it.
We have a very clear policy.
Oh, okay.
That is that if you allow the person to have the driver's safety course option back, which they waived when they came and pled not guilty, I'm fine with that. I require a payment application if they're not going to pay the day that they make that change, and you sign up with them on that sign up form that you do. Okay. I need that, and I need the payment application from him. We mailed him or emailed him one on the 14th. I don't mind sending it to him again. Okay. But what I was getting from him is constant interruption while I explained that option to him. And he's shaking his head, but he interrupted me at least 4 times. And then he would ask me the very thing that I was trying to tell him and that I had in fact told him, which he didn't hear because he interrupted. So I need a clear answer. When is this getting paid? And is he going to fill out the proper paperwork and get it to me today before close of business? Okay. If the answer is he's not going to do that, then we'll just have him scheduled to be here. He is scheduled to be here, I believe January 26th at 1 o'clock, because I currently don't have what I need.
Okay, understood. Okay, so it's when I spoke to Mr. Richter, he only talked to me about making payment. It sounds to me, he told me that he can make payment today by 5 p.m. I didn't understand that he also needed to fill out the paperwork today by 5 p.m. So I'm
No,
not
what
sure.
he told me was he could do it tonight.
Oh, okay.
I said tonight is tomorrow as far as the court is concerned. And so I needed that paperwork. We can email him the driver's safety course paperwork today and get it from him today to the email that we signed him up for this meeting today. And he's got to print it, sign it, return it, and make payment today online. He can do it on the website. Is that your understanding, Ms. Rice?
We didn't discuss that, but yes, that sounds perfect. If that's something that Mr.
Or did
Richter
you
can
discuss
comply
that he
with.
would sign up today?
Oh, we talked about him signing up, so I didn't really see need to fill out the paperwork we did discuss that.
So with the driver's safety course option, you have to sign up your paperwork. You have to send in license, insurance, and your paperwork every time. It's only been true for 35 years in Texas. It's
No,
not different. It's the
I-
same process with this person as with everybody that we deal with. They have to sign up their paperwork today or give me a financial affidavit. We're talking about now for 10 minutes, 2 pieces of paper, which we did email. I verified it on the 14th of December. Now, if he wants to do the driver's safety course and you are recommending that because he waived it and we're doing the paperwork for driver's safety and he's filling it out, sending in his license and insurance and his sign-up sheet, which we're emailing to him today and making payment today, then that's fine. Is that what we're doing?
That's what I thought that Mr. Richter was signing up for.
Okay, Mr. Richter, is that your understanding?
I thought I already agreed to that. But
Clearly
yes,
not.
that's my
Is that your understanding? Have I summarized?
Yes, that
it
remains
properly?
my understanding.
Then we'll send it to you. Get it back to us today and make payment today. License, insurance, the 144, and your driver's safety course paperwork, which we are sending to you. I can't really not know what I'm supposed to be sending to someone and then effectively send it to them. So that's why I'm trying to verify whether I'm sending that paperwork or another set of paperwork. Because when I tried to verify this with you the first time, you said, but she told me I could have 30 days.
I did. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I thought that he
But
had to
you
fill out the
can't do it
paperwork
today
today.
and do it in 30 days. You have to pick.
Right. I'm sorry. That was my misunderstanding. I thought he had to fill out the paperwork
Always
today,
convey to me what you need me to do, or I don't know. And when I start to clarify and I get someone like this who likes to have the last word, it becomes a real problem. We will email it to you, Mr. Richter. We need it all back today. Thank you. You can call the clerk if you have any further questions. Moving forward, Afia Taylor has been patiently waiting. Are you ready? Okay, I think you're going to unmute when you move over to that meeting.
There we go.
Perfect. Here we go. I'll just send that. We need to send that. I don't know where that exists. I can't. I got it solved. Okay. This is a no-show for the pre-trial.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Rice and Ms. Taylor, where are we with this matter?
We reached a resolution, states requesting to dismiss, and I'm going to send over dismissal to court today.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Taylor, that dismissal will come in. I'll sign it and then we will email a copy to you for your records.
I didn't hear any of that.
Okay. She will email that to me. I will sign it and then we will email that to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm done. I just received
You're
it.
done. You're done.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a great holiday, you all.
Thank you, Ms. Taylor.
Out.
Ms. Rice, your last person is Mr. Bartow. Mr. Bartow, you'll want to accept the meeting request that's been sent to you and get on the screen and unmute. Ms. Rice, where are we at this time?
We've reached a resolution, state's requesting to reduce the fine to $20, so $50 reduction. And Mr. Bartow indicated that he can't make payment today, and I'm not sure when he can make payments.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bartow, your financial affidavit is blank. Are you working at this time?
No, ma'am. I've been off work.
Okay. Did you receive any unemployment, social security, disability, or retirement benefits?
No, ma'am. I got hit by a drunk driver and I've been injured.
Okay, I'm very sad to hear that. Are you receiving food stamps or other assistance?
No, ma'am.
And then my other question is, with the injuries that you've sustained, are you on disability or are you pending disability benefits?
No, ma'am.
Okay, if I order community service, which I can do, I believe, and let me just run down your total amount. I believe it would only be $5, or I could approve a payment plan of $20 a month. I'm very open to either option.
$20 good.
Okay, can you start today, or when would be a good start date for you?
Monday, would that be fine?
Monday would be perfectly fine. I believe that's the first. Let me double check real quickly. Sorry, the third. I do need to get a signature today. Can you
Okay.
come by the court to make a signature, or can we email it to you? Have you print it, sign it, and email it back to us?
I can come up there and sign it.
I'm sorry.
I can come up and sign it.
Okay, great. We'll have that at the front desk for you probably in the next 10 minutes. And if you'll come by, make a signature, and then you can always pay online, or you can come by to make payment, or you can call a clerk with a credit card.
Okay.
You'll save a little money if you're able to bring cash, because the credit card charges you, the company that does that.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Bartow, if you'll head on over, we'll have that ready for you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Do you have any further questions?
No, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going